Hello guys, hope you're having a good Sunday wherever you are. I've just watched England win the Under-20 World Cup. Congratulations to Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who played the last 15 minutes as a substitute in, well, sort of to the left-hand side of midfield, really. I feared for him his first thing he did when he came on was stand on the ball, but he recovered from that, made an important tackle in his own box at one point. And a great achievement for those young English players and for Maitland-Niles, who will be part of the senior squad next season. He'll be looking to kick on come August. I want to talk to you today because Arsenal haven't made a signing, but Bayern Munich have. Serge Gnabry has joined Bayern Munich from Werder Bremen. And inevitably that sparked a few headlines, a few stories saying, oh, Gnabry, who wasn't deemed good enough to play for Arsenal, is somehow good for Bayern. And it's been used as a stick to beat Arsenal and beat Arsene Wenger with. And frankly, I find that absurd. Arsene Wenger always rated Serge Gnabry. He always had him included in the first team squad from when he was a very, very young player. He trained with the team. He played with the team at 17 years old. And let's not forget, there were so many injury problems. It's easy to look at his numbers and think he didn't play much football. But the amount of time he spent out through injury contributed enormously to that. In his final season with the club, he was fit in the second half of the season, but was steadily building up that match fitness. He wasn't ready to compete for a regular place. He then went off with the German international team, had a breakout period in the Olympics, and simply didn't want to come back and play for Arsenal, and made that absolutely clear. Arsenal did everything they could, I think, to keep Gnabry in London. I think the decision to loan Joel Campbell out was effectively made with Gnabry in mind. It was to create room in the squad. Unfortunately, he had alternative ideas. He made it pretty clear he wanted to go. At the time, he seemed to be saying he wanted to go to Bayern Munich. Arsenal weren't very happy about that. And then an interesting thing happened where he signed for Werder Bremen, and now 12 months on, he's signed for Bayern Munich. I mean, I'm sure there was some Bayern involvement there. Seems to have been a release clause. Maybe it was put in so that he could go to Bayern 12 months later. And they've picked up a promising young player, a bright young German international, and Arsenal will obviously rue losing him. But it's not a question of not thinking he had the quality. It's not a question of not thinking that Arsene had the faith in him. It was simply a question of Gnabry wanting to go. And actually, I think given how much patience the club showed with him through a lot of injury problems, I think really he owed us a bit more loyalty than that. He chose to go for his own devices. That's absolutely fine. Good luck to him. But to say that Arsenal are at fault here seems a little bit ridiculous to me. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. That is next week. Next week is tomorrow. I'll be back next week and tomorrow. And hopefully we'll be talking more about Arsenal and Bayern Munich. Okay, cheers. Subscribe. Bye-bye.